reading for my dissertation, but I wanted to touch upon my story of having ME/CFS and how I first got it, or how I was diagnosed. So I got sick one day, really sick in the winter of 2018. I was studying abroad in Berlin, Germany, and I woke up one day and I had the cyst the size of a golf ball on my neck. And so every time I laid down, I couldn't breathe. So I went to the doctor in Berlin, and they sent me to the emergency room. So I went to a hospital in Berlin. They sent me there. It was a Catholic hospital and I had no idea what was happening. And I got to the ER room and I just like collapsed. Next thing I know, I wake up, there's 6 nuns hovering over me and like, what's happening? And they were propping my head up so I could breathe. And it turned out I had a cyst. The emergency room doctor who was taking care of it called it a blood chocolate cyst, which means there was just like dried blood in the cyst sac, excuse me. And I was there for a week. I also had the flu, and they had to give me IV medication, antibiotics, and hydration and all that. So yeah, and from that winter in 2018, I never recovered. I just felt like I had the flu all the time. I would sleep for 12 hours and not feel better. I would go to doctors, rheumatologists, neurologists, and they all said, no, like that's just your anxiety. And I knew it wasn't anxiety. I knew it wasn't depression because I still wanted to do things. So I knew that something wasn't right. So I decided to do more research. I found a doctor at NYU Langone who was a rheumatologist, and she said, listen, you do not have all these conditions. You have something called chronic fatigue syndrome, and I'm going to send you to a doctor. She called her the cuckoo doctor. I'll never forget that. And this doctor will help you. So I went to this doctor that specialized in ME/CFS in New York, and she helped me. She really did. And from there, she recommended a neurologist. And then I also went looking around for a neurologist who could help me with my symptoms. And that's how I started doing subcutaneous immunoglobulin. There's an IV version of it called IVIG, which is basically they take plasma from blood donations and you get that inserted. And then you do that to help mitigate your symptoms and help your immune system. Granted, this is not an easy medication to take. You can have severe side effects. I had severe side effects the first time I put it. I had a headache so bad that I collapsed on the floor and they had to take me to the ER. But I prevailed and I've been taking this medication for 4 years and it's really helped me. But it was a really hard time and it's not an easy medication to take, just an FYI. But yeah, thanks to the support of my family, I managed to get through it. I spent a year unable to really move. My mom had to help me shower. And I basically had to get myself back up again and really figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And that's why I started my PhD. And it's kind of therapeutic to talk to you guys about it. So I hope you can learn from me and my journey. And if you have something similar, I'd love to hear your story. Comment down below. Because it's a really hard thing to go through. And so for today's video, you're going to watch me review a presentation on how to do web scraping of social media posts and websites, which is a method that I'm using to collect information for my dissertation. I specifically focus on mass tourism and how communication strategies can help mitigate the effects of it. And that's the main research question that I'm researching. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to write a little bit to add to my methodology.